GGRC.
Hey everybody, welcome to another Quicksave Review, the final Quicksave Review of 2019 here on GGRC. I'm RC, and today we're going to be playing a little bit of Trials of Fire. Now this game is in early access. I've actually had this game available to me for, I don't know, quite a few months here. Let's just say 3 to 4 months, somewhere in that window. And when it was released in early access, it was already in a very good state, but I wanted to wait to see where it was going to get by the end of the year, because I don't, it's obvious now this game isn't coming out till 2020 sometime, and I wanted to give it a little bit more gestation, a little bit more time to breathe and see what they were going to add. I think this was the perfect time to show the game off, because as you can see, our characters on the left side of the screen over here have Santa hats on, celebrating the holiday. So they have a current holiday update going on in this game, and guys, this game, the developers are very studious in updating it. This is a procedurally generated RPG style game. I don't want to say roguelike or roguelite, but it kind of has that type of feel to it, permadeath and all that stuff. But it plays like an RPG, and it's also tabletop and turn-based strategy type fights with it. It feels like a tabletop board game with turn-based strategy fighting in it, and it's actually really cool. Let's actually jump into it, shall we? So one of my favorite aspects of this book, or of this game, is that it takes place in a book. It's like they're telling a story, so you're reading everything that's going on in this book, and that is your tale. But as you can see here, we're actually on a desk. Here's a book, and our map is in the book, and I think this is so cool. So you play as these three characters here. You'll see them on the map as I move them away from this current building I was in. So here we go. Now, you're looking for different markers on the map to visit. So we have a question mark here that we can visit, but we do have one quest that we're currently on, and that is to find a water gem. So it tells you here, the yellow marker on your map is always going to point you to where you need to go. It says, locate the rumored Elven Temple and retrieve the water gem for Terralyn. But before we head up that way, you also get other secondary quests as you play the game too, which is pretty cool. But before we head up that way, we're going to check out this little area here. And then once you hit a question mark, it's going to give you the choice of what to do here. So you're going to say, on the path ahead lies the body of a female ratling who does not seem to be moving. Something does not feel right about this scene. Though, it looks like a good spot for an ambush, and ratlings are known for planning clever traps. Then again, it could just be an innocent traveler who has been attacked. So should we approach the body or give the body a wide berth? Let's approach it, let's see what happens. You feel for a pulse. It is weak, but she's still alive. She has suffered a serious wound to the back of her head. It looks like she has been attacked from behind and knocked unconscious. Let's go ahead and give her some food and water. Sometimes you give the characters food and water in this game. They'll actually, that'll benefit you by giving you different items and that kind of thing as well. You bring her around and give her water to sip, some dried food to eat. You wait with her until she regains some strength. She tells you that she didn't see her assailant and insists on repaying your kindness. She leads you, with two of you propping her up, to a nearby rattling burrow where her relieved father embraces her tearfully. That's nice. He insists on offering you some valuable items, which they recently salvaged in payment of the debt. So what do we get? A hybrid horn. So at this point, we can give somebody the hybrid horn. We also have sturdy bone, which is used for crafting. We're just going to take all and go for it. Let's see. We also have character level ups. So we should probably do this. That's the other thing I should mention too, is that the fighting, though turn-based, and very board game-esque, involves cards. So from this moment on, you can drag a skill card from below to replace one of your old class skills if you so want to. So you have all of these different abilities, which we'll go into once we actually get into a fight here, but we can definitely replace one of these. So this guy here, most of the time, is a ranged he's a ranged character, so he's got a lot of, he's got 2 melee here, but the other, the enemies will get close to you, so you want to hold on to a couple of those. I almost feel like we want to get the summon guy in here. Basic attack, melee attack 2, can perform combo strikes in response to range strikes, but he takes 3 willpower to summon, which is a lot in this game. So maybe all range attacks deal +2 damage. That's a pretty good one. You could also give your characters powers that last throughout a fight, which is pretty nice. So that's going to add +2 to every attack right there. So let's see. I have not had the chance to summon a wolf. I don't know. Let's go with the Deadeye one. I really like that. And we will confirm that. And I believe we can put the hybrid horn on her. There we go. That is going to give her coordinate. Another card added to the deck, which is nice. So, let's head back onto our map here and continue on. So, which way should we head? There's a sort of a deserted little thing over here. Let's go check that out. So the hard part about this game is staying focused for me, because you obviously want to follow that yellow arrow to get to your destination and do your thing. All the while, you know, you got to remember that not only is the clock ticking, but you're eating your food as you move and everything too. So if you run out of food and everything, and you know, you're going to end up starving to death, which is terrible. It did happen to me in one game previously. But here we go. In this new area, you can come across the remains of a dwarven town. The buildings were short and sturdy, but most have still been demolished by the cataclysm. While searching the town for anything worth scavenging, Raston hears a female rattling voice calling for help from what looks like a destroyed barracks. There's a lot of rattling girls that need help, apparently, right? Peering into the collapsed building, you can make out a rattling girl trapped about 18 feet into the structure. She still has a torch with her, but is pinned by a slab of fallen stone. Seeing you approach, quickly calls for help, offering a handsome reward if you can save her. I don't think we should climb in. I feel like that might be a trap. Let's let a rope down. You lower down a rope for the trapped rattling, but after a few minutes of pulling and thrashing from the trapped creature, you realize that you are probably doing more harm than good. I don't know. Okay, let's climb in, whatever. Jera crouches down, heads into the small opening with a rope tied to her waist. She soon reaches the trapped rattling. With considerable effort, she manages to prise the slab of rock from the rattling girl's legs without causing a shift in the structure above. Gingerly, they both make their way out of the opening and to safety. After catching her breath, the rattling girl sheepishly reveals that she has nothing of value with which to reward the rescue. She thanks Jera over and over again, but after making sure she is okay, party waves farewell, continues the search, so we're not getting anything for that. However, Jera did gain a trait, which is selfless. Take 2 unblockable damage, and then take 2 unblockable damage, then all friendly heroes draw a card. Okay. And that's a trait is a permanent addition to your hero's core deck that provides a unique bonus or disadvantage. So that's pretty cool. After an hour or so more searching, you find nothing else of interest, decide to move on. So, we did at least get a card out of that, but nothing else. Okay. Another thing I love that the map terrain changes like this. I think this is so cool. Let's try to find a place where we can get into a fight here. We are tired and our food it's definitely going down. Let's search this one and then we'll see what we can do. Ahead of you is a tall dark column-like structure with sharp peaks and troughs that make it look like a colossal flickering fire has been frozen in stone. Taking a few more steps towards it, the air temperature falls rapidly and your breath becomes icy. You walk around the icy perimeter to investigate further and spot a narrow opening in the base of the column. You can tell that this protective enchantment is going to take a toll if you choose to proceed. Alright. So... let's explore. Why not? Let's head out the staircase. Knock twice if you must. Malkin does so and hears a grunting noise from inside. A bespectacled human opens the door without looking up from a piece of parchment. He asks where you have traveled from, still buried in his parchment. It's only when you mention Terralyn that he stops what he's doing and turns to face you. He's very interested in obtaining vile blood from one of the soul scarred. Let's see what happens with the vial of blood thing. Just interested. Takes out a slender blade, expertly flicks a vein open in your left forearm, filling up a small vial with your blood. He passes you a clean piece of cloth, instructs you to wrap it tightly, carries a vial of blood over to various pieces of apparatus. Something seems to meet his approval. Reaches up on a high shelf on a little ladder and brings down a spellbook. I hope this serves you well in combat, he says, before insisting that he must return to his work. Let's take all. And that is a nice spellbook that we can give to our caster. Great. You leave noticing that the protective enchantment has been lifted, so you don't need to dash back. Alright. How cool is that, huh? Select a single camp activity. So... we don't have any injuries. We don't really have any crafting to do. And because I haven't played this game much in the past few months, because I was waiting for updates and such like that, it is throwing out tool tips to me and everything like that as well. So the game does give you tips as you go, so don't feel like you're just going to be thrown into this and not have any idea what you're doing. The game will help you out. We're going to rest, though, because we are tired. And we're feeling fresh now, so we're going to head back to it. But we are running out of food quick here. We really are. We're going to go to this one over here. Hopefully we can find some food. As you search the ruins of an elven temple, the party is approached by a humanoid figure. She is not hostile and introduces herself as a dryad, protector of the forest, in the elven nature temple. She demands that you leave the temple undisturbed and continue on your journey. We're going to loot the temple because we're just about out of food here. Dryad's tone soon turns from threatening to pleading as you continue rummaging through the temple. It is clear that the cataclysm and the destruction of her forest has sapped much of her power. Eventually, she resigns to watching you ransack what remains of the temple. There's a bunch of food. Take all. We are looking good. Okay. Sorry, Dryad. We would not normally have done such a thing. I normally like to play these as good people. There's somebody along the road here. The armed band obviously have no intention of talking. Alright, so here's a fight. Perfect. I wanted to get into one of these. So, this is one of the things... oh no, we got fatigue. We're tired. That sucks. So this is one of the things with this game that I think is something I would change about, something I would offer as a criticism here. I like the way the characters look. I like their drawings and stuff like that, the profile pictures on the cards and that kind of thing. However, I feel like I would enjoy it more if the characters were represented by actual models on the fight screen here. So before we get into that, though, let's get into the fighting here, and you'll see why I feel that way. So we have no willpower. You can see every card that's shining is currently one that we can use. So if we want to, we could use anything that's got a 0 in it. So for example, if we want to move her 3, we can click that, and then we can move her 3 over here. But that's still not going to get us close enough over to this guy, so I'm not even sure if we should do that just yet. Let's see, what else can we do here? He can defend too. She's got nothing. So, when this happens, what you really want to do... Okay, I see. What you could do is you can actually take one of these cards, you can sacrifice it up onto this plane, and what that'll do is it'll give you 1 willpower that you can use. So you can see these other cards have now lit up, right? So now, if we wanted to, we use a force missile. But we don't have anybody close enough that we can actually hit. See, that's the problem. We need 1 more to do the flame fan, which it seems like we'd be able to hit because it highlighted the enemy. So let's try it. Nope, still can't do it. So sometimes the game, I don't feel like it's very specific about certain things you can and can't do. These are things they need to iron out, I feel like, in the game. You'll see, for example, with Flame Fan, you can see that it actually highlights every character it could affect, right, technically. However, what it doesn't tell you, or it tells you in a very small icon down here on the card, which I feel like they need to sort of spell out a little bit better. You can see that on the card, if you look very closely, there's a tiny black dot and 4 red dots in front of it. That lets you know that that is the kind of ability, or that is the kind of action that this ability has. Like, that's what you can do with it, is use it on these 4 quadrants. I feel like it would be more beneficial to roll over it and kind of show, you know, where you can attack from on the board. I feel like that is where the action needs to take place, because this doesn't, you know, it's helpful once you understand the icon thing, but I don't feel like the game is really doing much to tell me that that's what I should be looking for. So there's little things like that, and you know, like I said, this game is in early access. There's little things like that that can be tweaked and fixed easily. I'm not honestly all that worried about it, because I'm sure that the way this team has been supporting this game, I don't think it'll be a problem. We're going to use both of these here. I'm going to use this guy, you know, gain 1 willpower at the start of your turn. And we will defend 2, because why not? It's free. And we have 1 willpower left. But obviously she can't hit anybody, because there's no one around here to attack melee. So we'll click the little icon here, move on to the next turn. The little hourglass. Guys, you have to forgive me. I'm actually recording this later at night, and I've had a long day of dealing with my baby. So if I'm reading things and not putting things together and you know, that kind of thing, that is why. Okay, let's see here. So this guy has a lot of melee attacks, but we really need to get him like moving. We got to get him ranged, or get him like closer to somebody to attack. Let's see here. So we can now move her closer to this guy. So let's get her in range. We can now attack this guy, and boom. So there you go. You get a little bit of animation there with the attacking. But you know, it's just, I feel like it needs a bit more. Okay, so now I feel like we can use, oh yeah, we got to sacrifice another card though. That's a free one. Let's use that. This guy has got 2 melee attacks we're not going to use. Let's use the flame fan here. There we go. So it's letting you know about named effects. They're ongoing effects that can help or hinder characters in battle. So currently this guy is on fire. So you can see the little flame icon on top of him here. So there you have it. And if you ever scroll over any of the enemies, you can actually see their status effects and that kind of thing. So you can see that this dude is burning, suffer 3 magic damage at the end of the turn. So there you have it. We're going to go ahead and, because we're not using melee for him, I think that what we will do is turn on a defensive stance for her, because I don't think anybody else is going to get close to anybody. Okay, hit the hourglass. Let's move on. Oh, fatigue. Everyone's tired. We got to rest after this. I went after her. That's why you want to get those defend points on your characters, though, because when you do that, that will take the brunt of the attack over everything else. Alright, so now you can see with hers, with the black square, if I can do 3 in a row there, if I can actually move her. So she's got a melee attack and a magic attack, but neither one of those are helpful. So this was another thing in this game too that was actually brought up in the forums for the game, is about moving the characters to make sure that you are using to make sure that you're being able to use your cards when you need them. So for example, she's stuck there, and a very early builds of this game, you were basically kind of stuck having your character there and not being able to move them. They later implemented, or at least later told everybody about an ability that was kind of a secret, or at least it was to me, I should say, where you can sacrifice a card, and then any character that has this like spinning, you know, glowy little line around them, you can actually take them and move them into range. So now we can use the unstable blast and blast that guy and take him out. So I thought that was a really cool idea, but it's something they need to spell out a little bit more as like something you can do. Again, like I said, with the attack phase in this game, they really need to spell things out a little bit more for the player, I think. Other than that, I do think that this game is really cool. As I've stated a couple times, early access, you know, don't get me wrong, you definitely don't want to put down a game like this that's, you know, doing a lot of cool things. So that's definitely not what I'm doing. Let's see, we need 1 target character draws 1 card. let's get her to draw a card because she didn't have anything previously. Okay, a move card's good. We're gonna use a free defend for her, because why not? I think another cool thing would be an ability to let other characters use other cards from your other characters, because really you're managing 3 decks for 3 different characters, really, if you think about it here. Alright, we're gonna sacrifice this one. And I want this guy to shoot this guy. There we go. And I think that is all we can do for right now. I will move her here as well. We gotta wait for this guy to get a little bit closer. So that's what happens with that fatigue. You want to make sure your characters are not tired, because if they are tired, what's going to happen is they're going to draw a fatigue card every now and then, and that's going to take the place of their 3rd card, which can be pretty annoying at times, because you're used to getting that 3rd ability to use and pick from, but sometimes you're not going to have that chance if you're tired. So let's see, we can do a power shot. I want to move him away. Think about here. Shoot that guy again. He's using a lot of armor and stuff, which kind of sucks. She's got double strike, but I gotta move her over first. So let's see, what can she do? Magic attack to a target within 3 spaces and 1 adjacent enemy. So you notice that this one doesn't actually give you any kind of icons on the bottom to let you know in what spaces you can hit them. It just kind of describes where you can do it. There's a target within 3 spaces and 1 adjacent enemy. Where you can attack with ranged stuff really needs to get on the same page. Again, I've already mentioned a couple times, but it's just a pet peeve of mine that it doesn't all follow the same thing. That's all. Okay, let's get rid of Deadeye. Let's get rid of... Let's get rid of that one. We're gonna move her closer to this guy. Attack him a couple times. Shield wall. I missed what that actually said. Okay, she's got a force missile, so what do we want to do here? Gain 1 willpower at the start of your turn. Alright, she's not even close, so let's throw that there. We'll hit that guy with the missile and move on. I don't mind having her close up to this guy, because she's got 5 shield points there, so she'll be alright. Wow, block, defend, 4. Wow! He's gonna have 8? Oh my god, how are we supposed to fight through that? Alright, snapshot. If the target is mobilized... Okay, so that took 4. That was a good hit. Okay, I'm gonna wait on that. So we're gonna sacrifice 1, get her closer to him. Use a melee attack on that guy. We'll use another force missile on this guy here. Alright, so because she has so many shield points, what we'll do is we'll have her take 2... Oh wow, it took it from her health and not from the shield. Okay, I didn't realize that was the thing either. Interesting, okay. It's kind of a waste, really. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and... Okay, we're going to dump that and move him here. We're going to keep her there because she's got a good ability. She can use the flame fan. So we're going to... But we need all 3 of these cards. There we go. There it is. End of turn. Oh, he's got the fatigue. It's okay, you can attack her. She's got shield. Where's he gonna move to? Oh, he moves down. Okay, let's throw on a defense for him. Let's throw on... Oh, I got nowhere to go. Maybe we'll save that for sacrificing. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and pull this out. Let's move her down here. And just take that guy out. Okay, we're good. No need to overthink it. We get it. Okay, and we got some coins. We got some crafting materials, some bars. Let's take all. Let's go ahead and level up. Do some class stuff here. We got resilience. That's pretty cool, actually. Move 3, then pull all enemies within range 3. Choose a friendly character. All damage to that character is transferred to you until the next turn. She's obviously the tank. That one is really good. So the problem is, though, she's got a lot of, like, you know, free and easy to use cards here. This one is worth 2. She's only got a couple that are... I'm going to replace Wild Swing, I think. We'll confirm that. Alright, here we go. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and break camp, or not break camp, we're going to rest. There we go. Rest one more day. There we go. Okay. Head up here. We'll do a couple more situations here, and then we'll kind of move on here, because I think you guys kind of get the idea here. But you know, that was a fight in the game. I think aside from like some language issues and some you know, ideas being conveyed to the player as they're playing, I feel like this game is like a really fun, you know, board game style game. It's pretty cool. You approach 2 gigantic rocks. One is upright and the other has toppled over, covered in scorch marks. As you get closer, you realize that the fallen rock has crushed an old tower and cleaved a crevice in the ground that looks large enough to climb into. Suddenly, a young, slightly bumbling human emerges from the crevasse, begins to speak. She seems relieved to see you and tells you that her master, a mage, has been in the tower when an aurora storm struck the rock, which toppled over. Pick through the remains of the tower. Yeah, let's do it. You ignore the protests of the young apprentice. With the combined lifting power of the 3 of you, you manage to locate the mage's body and several items of value. Oh man, yeah, we got all kinds of stuff. We got knives, we got a sword, we got a bladed staff. That's nice. Okay, take it. Okay, so I forgot to actually equip this on her previously. That's going to replace her old staff. That's nice. Gives you a whole bunch of new cards. Those would completely replace the sword. But we also have a shield here, which we should put on her. For him, we got a bow. So, this was something I didn't actually play around with previously. We'll throw that on him, too. He's got a run, which is good for him because he takes more damage. You can actually put this sword on him to make him a melee character if you want. So that's cool. That's actually pretty sweet. But we're going to keep him ranged for now, at least. Oops. Back to map. Always want to hit escape. Alright, let's see if we can make our way up to this water gem here. Scary, crappy terrain over here. Okay, we know it's to our right now. You enter the ruins of a wealthy-looking living world town. Before you have time to search the place, you are confronted by a large armed band of ratlings. The leader quickly makes it clear that his band has claim on anything found in the ruins and asks you to turn around and leave the area. So we can challenge the elite group. You need the spoils as much as they do. Why not? Let's fight them. Let's see what happens. So we're fighting some ratlings this time. We got 2 bowmen and 1 melee dude. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, we'll do a defend 4 for her because that's a freebie. Defend 2. Well, enemies pull all enemies in target area towards the center. Okay. So again, this would be much more, I feel like, much more easily conveyed to the player to show them that, like, you know, within that space of where they're at, that's what would pull them at. For them to highlight all the enemies like that is it's a little confusing, at least to me. We're gonna move. What do we do here? What do we want to do? Okay. Move 3 and then random range attack. I'll take that. He's got to defend 2, so I'm going to move him a little bit closer. Melee attack 2. Magic damage 1 and See, in this one it says magic damage 1 in an area and push all characters from target point. Does that mean I can do it anywhere? Okay, so this one you can do anywhere. Interesting. Okay. Oh, so this one will actually pull all the enemies towards... Okay. So you can do it that way. That's pretty helpful, actually. You pull those ranged people closer. Alright, what do we got here? Play a card deals melee damage, gain 1 willpower. Alright, let's destroy those, and then let's play that one for her, and then we'll move on to the next turn. See how this fight turns out. Oh man, cover shot. Let's see, move 3, then activate. An activated unit can perform a free move to. Okay, so you can move 5 with that. That's crazy. I need some attacking stuff with him, not so much. This was another thing I thought that would be cool with this game, is if they had like a base attack that you could always use. Like, I feel like the melee characters should always have a melee they can use, or the range character should always have a small range, even if it's 1 point of damage. Like, because right now for his turn, I feel like it's kind of wasted. Like, I could definitely, you know, get rid of cards for willpower to use with other characters, but, you know, I don't know. Defend 2 on all friendly characters. That's a really nice card right there, actually. Every time you play a card... Okay, we want to move her 3 for sure. Yeah, we'll put her there. Yeah, we'll get a free defend. Alright, so what we're going to do here, since we're not moving him, let's go ahead and use... Oops. Nope, I want to get rid of it. There we go. That was actually not what I wanted to do, but that's okay. Alright, we'll attack that guy for 2. But because of that, now we can put that one on him. He'll gain 1. We'll get 1 willpower per turn, which is great. Every time you play a card, it deals magic damage, gain 1 willpower. We'll play this one as well. So why not? We'll move on. Alright, what will the enemies do? So that's the other thing to keep in mind here too. If you're a ranged character, you do have to take a step back before you attack. You cannot attack range right in front of somebody. Alright, so it's going to do 2 to me there. Okay, we can do 2 to this guy, take him out. We'll focus on getting her over to where she needs to be. Okay, we'll go for this guy first. It's the same amount. 9. Actually, this guy is less. Boom. Okay, let's go ahead and destroy this one so she can move in. We're gonna get her doing some melee. I did not use that at the right time. I should use this card before I use the melee attack for sure. If I destroy that, I can move her here. And him for 2. And get rid of that. We'll move him into range here. Destroy that one. And can't hit that one, but we'll hit this one at least. Take off the defense numbers. So if we can corner the ranged, we take them, throw them in the back so they can't get away. That's probably our best bet. Jeez, harsh hits. Harsh hits. Okay, we want to Oh, this is perfectly lined up. Look at this. Boom. Then we're just gonna have her, yeah, just take them out like so. There you go. Another successful battle, but one that was a little bit different. So you can see the strategies involved with this game here for sure. And we got plenty of food to collect here. We got a spear to collect. We're gonna take all, and we're gonna hit continue. After defeating the ratlings, the party goes about exploring the ruins. And we get to take even more stuff. Very cool. And we'll rest one night here. We'll break camp. Alright. I want to see if we can get... Okay, so here's where the water gem is. Perfect timing. You find the remains of the Elven Palace that is still partly suspended in the treetops. From the markings, you are sure that this is the place you are looking for. The Waterstone must be near. You find what appears to be some sort of carriage on a cable that runs up to the treetops. With no power, the carriage is useless, but the party slowly shimmies up the damaged cable towards the main part of the palace. When you finally reach the top, Jera notices that there are some active elemental lights in the building ahead. She signals to the rest of the party to be silent. Okay. Soon becomes clear that the palace is not deserted. Rastin hears a voice from inside. There are shadows moving in the elemental lights. The party cautiously approaches, but unwittingly triggers a security system. Lights quickly come on, illuminating the whole party, and a quick, inhuman wail sounds inside the structure. You're soon confronted by a large, rattling figure who screams at you for trespassing on her claim. She insists the elven technology is for the rattling people only. It soon becomes obvious that she is hostile, and you'll not get through without a fight. Alright. So here's the next fight. We're fighting for the water gem. So as you can see, we have a very powerful rattling sorcerer over here. And just some, you know, regular killer dude over here. So let's see how close we can get in there. Target character draws one card. Melee. We can move him 3. Let's get you there. Use defense. Magic attack 2. Alright, so we can pull these guys here. That's helpful. That's a very helpful spell, I gotta say. Let's see. Melee attack 2. Let's see if we can get this guy arranged. A melee. He's a ranged guy. I don't care about his melee stuff. Oh well, what can you do? Let's see. Not enough willpower, recycle cards. Let's do get rid of that. They are way too far away, I think, to do that. We'll play this one. We're gonna destroy that one. Give him that. And we'll save the rest. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, jerk. So I will confess that I've only been able to get the water gem once in a previous game before. I find the quests in this game to be pretty difficult. You'll play through the first hour of this game and you'll be just having fun, like killing enemies and stuff like that. It's just a good old time, right? But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, things will show up and just kick your ass. Okay, I can't hit that, dude. There's an obstruction. Okay, let's go ahead and destroy this one. Let's move him with this rock, because I'm pretty sure I can still hit this guy from here. Wait. Every time you play a card that deals... Okay, so we want to play this. Her again. Let's take that out and then There we go. Okay. I don't know if that was the best move, but that's what we're doing. Okay, so you can use the missile on him. We'll save the unstable blast because we'll probably need that. We do have one that we can move her with, so I'm going to put her behind this rock here, just to protect her a little bit. Okay, here we go. So that burning hurt me, but it took off all the defense numbers, which is really helpful. Great. Alright, so we're going to have to work our way down to this guy and trap him, I think. We'll take that guy out, and we'll just start making our way over there. We're going to do that. We are going to move her this way. And we're going to move him here, so he's at least ranged. That's a defend 2. Block. Wow, that one's real good. Alright, we want to move her there. And I think if we get rid of one more... I would like to have her to have... I would like her to have all that defense, but we need to move her once more. At least. So we'll play that. I'll pop that there. That's good enough for now. Enemy turn. What will he do? Spark, inflict. Oh, jeez. Okay, he's just inflicting burning. So, wow, he's getting lots of willpower. Okay, we gotta get in there. We gotta do some damage here. Okay, we're gonna sacrifice that. Move her in for the kill. All right, we're gonna do boom, boom. We're gonna, with him, do 2 range there. Very nice. Shockwave. Magic damage 1 in an area and push all characters from the target point. Defend. Okay, defend on everybody. That's helpful. See, if I put that there, that's going to hurt them. I do not want to hurt my own people. That's for damn sure. I'm going to play Deadeye for him. And we'll just move her here, because... No, because if we move her there, then he might have the ability to hit all of us at once. So we'll move her there. Turn. We've got him trapped. We're looking pretty good. Oh, you jerk. Let's power shot this guy. Booyah. Defense. Defend 2 after melee attack. So we'll play that. Here's a melee attack. We're gonna get her defense up like crazy. Because why not? Okay, now I can hit her with that magic missile. And we don't want to move her though. Actually, let's move him in anyway. Let's just completely trap him. Oh, and of course he can't do melee because he doesn't have a melee thing. Or no, that's not it. We can recycle that. It's cost 1 willpower. That's what it was. There it is. Okay. Oh, he's down to 1 health. Alright, it's gonna have to wait till next turn. Unless he heals or something here. Oh, you jerk. You jerk. He's really going after my range guy. Really going after him. Alright, we need to get you to defend there. And just for that, we're gonna move you back. I'm gonna have my friend here take you out. Boom. See ya. Hurting my buddy like that. Alright, so we got an item of legendary power. Click here to select a legendary. Whoa, really? So I can get a potion. Increase the maximum value of any random parameters by 2. So when you kill big dudes, you get these cool legendary things, you know, that you can pick from, you know, different stabs and swords and books and all that kind of stuff. It looks like for the holiday update that they've turned them into Christmas gifts, and you can pick one, which is kind of cool. So only one character can use the book, but anybody can use it. Let's go with that. Let's go ahead and take all and continue. You go about thoroughly searching the elven ruin and find the waterstone in what was once a garden terrace. The artifact is unfortunately completely inert and would be useless in its current state. Further exploration of the palace turns up what could be a solution. The gem can apparently be powered in a scry pool, a powerful elemental device that the elves once used to give power to their artifacts. Unfortunately, you can find no trace of such a pool in the palace. It was either destroyed when the building collapsed at the ground or was never here in the first place. After some research in an intact records room, you discover that there was a network of sun temples that had been marked for some ritual before the cataclysm. Each of these temples would have a scry pool, and you are able to pinpoint the location of one temple a few days' travel from here. You quickly decide this is your next destination and secure the waterstone in a padded pack before deciding to leave. So there we go. Let's take all our food. We definitely want that too. I don't know why it's not taking the healing supplies. We have too many? Oh yeah, we got 5 out of 5. So I guess we'll just leave on that note then. And guys, there you go. That is Trials of Fire. Great little game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. One of my favorite things that you can do is you can actually hit main menu, and if you hit yes, it'll save your progress. So you can come back to, if you go to choose adventure, you can go to continue run, and you know, you can just pick up from where you left off, which I think is really awesome. So far in the game, they have, you know, the Water Gem quest. They also have one called the God Hunter quest. They give you a certain amount of time as to like how long it'll probably take you to finish. I have yet to finish any of the quests. I've not finished the Water Gem one. Like I said, the game was pretty hard for me previously. My personal best, as you can see, was I got 54% through. So that's where we were. But I love that I can continue the run whenever I feel like, you know, I want to come back to it and play more of it. But yeah, guys, Trials of Fire, even in early access, is a pretty good game for those of you who are achievement hunters. It's already got achievements in it, and it's already a really fun board game RPG style game. Definitely worth a look if you guys, you know, are looking for this style of game, because I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. As I said before, really my only critique is that I really wish that the little characters during fights were a little bit more than just a disc. I wish they were like actual models, you know, like performing an action and doing that kind of thing. I don't know how big the team is that's working on this game. I'm assuming it's a smaller team, so they may not have the bandwidth to create something like that. But it's interesting because, you know, if you look at the map that they walk on in the book, it's all made out of 3D model stuff, or what appears to be 3D model stuff. It's really nicely done and everything. So the discs sometimes, at least to me, it feels like they sometimes feel out of place on the board, because everything else has this like really nice sculpted look. But regardless, it's really my only critique of the game. I think so far I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I think so far the work that they've done has been really good. So I look forward to seeing what this is going to become as it approaches release. But there you go, guys. That is Trials of Fire. Just want to say Happy New Year as well. We'll see you in 2020. And of course, I'll see you all in the next Quicksave review. See you then.